Hello, my name is Claudia Salas, and in this video, I will talk a little bit about the book The Fourth Industrial Revolution, written by Klaus Schwab. And well, I will first talk about the author, Klaus Schwab, that is a German economist. He's the founder of the World Economic Forum that is looking for improvement in the situation of the whole world in both economic and social areas. And what I found interesting about him is that it seems like he really cares about the situation. He wants to um, give tools to the people so they can increase their quality of life. He's also founder of the Schwab Foundation for Social Entrepreneurship. That is an organization that search for projects that can improve people's life and that have the potential to take this and replicate it in a global scale. So everyone gets a benefit from that. But I found that he has a lot of criticism because there's at one point he said that he's against leaders or CEOs having a very large salary, but he has one, and so yeah, that could be something that's not coherent to what he believes and what he's doing. And finally, I also found interesting that he's a member of the Bayern Munich. I'm a big fan of soccer, and yeah, I found that very interesting. That he's not only involved in social and economic aspects, but also in sports. So now let's start with the book. And well, he first states what is a revolution, and basically is a very radical and abrupt change, and that can be seen in a big scale in many of industries and areas. And well, in this fourth revolution is very connected to technology, to computers, but what the difference between these four revolution and the third one that is also related to computers is that the development of these machines, um, it's more complex and it's more fast than before, than in the 60s. And also the results that we're achieving with this technology are very radical and doesn't have any precedent. So it's very different from that. And also another thing that uh, makes this revolution so different from the others is that there's happening a lot at the same time. No, maybe in the first industrial revolution we only had the steam machines, but now we have artificial intelligence, machine learning, 3D manufacturing. So there's a lot, and everything is connected and making results more bigger, I don't know, different, and more important. And then Schwab divides these technologies and, well, I don't know, changes into three main categories. The first one is the physical, and in this sector we can see all the technologies that are tangible. For example, cobots or robots, autonomous robots, the 3D printing that I said before, the new materials like I don't know, nanotechnology that's been implemented in certain areas. And then we have the digital, in which we can have intangible items, but they're changing the way that we do things. For example, he mentioned the Internet of Things. And yeah, I think that this is one of the things that is more common in the population. For example, I think this Alexa, Alexa from Amazon or Google Home is a very clear example of Internet of Things. No, we connect our cell phone with Alexa, and Alexa is connected to, I don't know, the bulb and the light. You can turn on the light by only um, saying it to Alexa or something like that. No, but also we can see Internet of Things in manufacturing plants. For example, there are a lot of machines that are being automatized, and they can send data without without us saying it. So yeah, that is in that part in digital. But of course, we have also another thing that it's becoming more and more important, such as blockchain and Bitcoin. No, and these two elements are changing the economic model that we currently have. And finally, the last category he mentions is the biological. And the main aspect he mentions here is that is the one regarding the genetics. Because with all the technology that is being created, we can start modifying our DNA, and this can help um, people to well fight diseases and other aspects in the health care. And one other thing that I find very interesting is that he says that not only, well, I think that only the part about the Internet of Things, but the all other things are not very accessible for all the whole population. But he says that there's a certain tipping points in which these technologies will become mainstream. For example, I don't know, maybe in the 80s, in the 90s, not everyone could have a computer, but now it's like an elementary device that almost all the population have. No? So yeah, this will change, but that will depend on the technology. And then he continued talking about the impact that all this will have in certain areas. And the first one that he mentions is the economic impact. No, and here as an industrial engineering, I'm very familiarized with production now. And from that point of view, no, I think that the fourth industrial revolution, it's expensive for maybe for not all the companies can buy the things to become more, I don't know, or to yeah to get this type of technology that will help them to enter the fourth industrial revolution. But once they do that investment, they can improve their production lines and become more efficient, and hence have more productivity. No, and eventually they will start creating more things, gaining more revenue at a lower cost. And that's exactly what describes what is the growth. No, that growth the companies can have. On the other hand, we have employment, and here I will like to focus a lot on this, because this is something that I've been thinking of every time they mention industrial revolution and mainly automatization. Because okay, yeah, we're going to have more and more automated companies, because this is going to give us more productivity, and we'll have more quality. We don't have um, wastes. We will have more, sorry, less waste than before, because the human factor in maybe some errors won't exist. But what will happen with all the operators that work in those factories? Um, he mentions that there's people that they believe that they're very optimistic that, and say, okay, yeah, they won't work in the factories, but they will find other jobs, or um, yeah, we won't need operators, but we will need people that give maintenance to those elements and stuff like that. But I don't think it's that simple. No, yes, um, these changes has been. Well, I mean, we have suffered from this before with every industrial revolution. Now, people have to change their type of work because there's other things that are being implemented. But I don't think it's going to be that easier, and I don't think that uh, I don't know, very um, philosophical way. I don't think that all of us are designed to become engineers or become developers of new technologies. No, maybe there's people that um, I don't know, their abilities and skills don't go that far. So I don't know what type of jobs they will be able to do in a new world in which all is about technology. Well, that's my point of view. I don't know what will happen, because I do think that there's been a decreasing amount of jobs offered in each type of uh, of industry, and this is coming from a very long time. But yeah, I mean, it's not only due to the uh, technology or stuff. I mean, this involves a lot of situations and variables. But I do think that this industrial revolution, at least in the um, countries in development, will be very hard. Then he talks a bit about the business aspect, and this in very general is that the business models of the companies needs to be changed. No, now the tendency is to have leaders in charge of the companies instead of only bosses, and these leaders must be um, capable of adapt to the new challenges, and they also need to be able to motivate uh, their teams, because otherwise they won't uh, sorry they won't growth in the market. And in this category, he also mentions four main impacts. The first of all, sorry, the first one is the changes in the customer expectations. This is, I mean, us as customers, when we buy a phone, for example, we don't only expect to have a phone. Now, in the case of Apple, you expect a whole experience and a whole status. Um, the second one is that the products are being enhanced by data. With this, it relates to what we talked a little bit earlier, that this improves in productivity. The third one is that new partnerships are being formed as companies learn the importance of collaboration, and I think this is very related to see the company as a whole, and but also see that you need the help of suppliers and other um, companies to give the best product you can give. And so this is collaboration. No, you need to, yes, motivate your team, but also motivate your suppliers so they can give you good raw material, for example. And the last one is the operating models that are being transferred into digital models. And well, there's two other last categories. Well, in which the economic sorry, the impact we can see. Um, the first one is the last one is the national and global, and the society. And I would like to last do a last stop here in society, because this industrial revolution um, shows that the whole society is being changed. No, we're not we're now more dependent than ever of devices, our cell phone, our computer. We cannot do a lot of things without one. So this is very, very hard to see, because if we don't control this, I think will help Black Mirror to become reality. And that's very scary. And there's one quote I really liked that I would like to mention now. That is, the big challenge for most societies will be how to absorb and accommodate the new modernity while still embracing the nourishing aspects of our traditional value systems. And that's very true. No, we sometimes rely a lot on technology, and we forget about who we really are. No, and I don't really like that. We see a lot of episodes of Black Mirror to show that that's not true, mainly in the nosedive. So I think that we need to learn, yes, to accept the challenge, sorry, the change, because it's coming, and we cannot stop it, but we must be sure about our values and about who we are, because otherwise we will lose in the way. And well, with this, I finished this video. I hope you like it, and we see you in the next time.